B2B event marketing, SEO for event pages. Your event page is quietly deciding your pipeline. If you're investing in B2B events, executive dinners, roundtables, roadshows, webinars, your event page isn't just logistics. It's the first sales conversation most buyers will have with your event, and it shapes whether they register, request a meeting, or bounce. That matters because events are already a top-performing channel. 77% of marketers say events are their most effective marketing channel. When the channel is that strong, leaving the event page as an SEO afterthought directly caps your reach and ROI. It's also a missed demand capture opportunity. Organic search drives roughly 53% of all website traffic, yet many event pages go live late, use generic annual summit titles, and ship with thin copy that doesn't match how real buyers search. We can fix that without turning your team into full-time SEO specialists. Why event SEO matters? Because your goals are revenue, not impressions. Most event teams aren't optimizing for awareness anymore, they're optimizing for pipeline. In fact, 83.9% of event marketers say lead generation is their top goal, and 76.8% prioritize pipeline creation as a primary KPI. That means your event SEO strategy should be built to attract high-intent searches and convert them into qualified registrations and meetings. Even for in-person programs, discoverability is a multiplier. 78% of organizers identify in-person events as their most impactful marketing channel. So small improvements in how easily prospects find and trust your event page can produce outsized revenue impact, especially in competitive markets where multiple vendors run similar leaders' dinners and executive forums. Finally, registrations are not attendance. Webinar attendance rates often land around 35 to 45% of registrants, so you need more top-of-funnel flow than your meeting target suggests. SEO helps you fill the funnel efficiently, and the compounding effect matters. A well-built event page can keep driving incremental signups long after your first paid burst cools off. Start with intent, keywords, naming, and a URL you can reuse. Event SEO works best when you treat the page like a high-intent landing page, not a calendar entry. We start by aligning the event name, H1, and core copy to real search behavior. Role plus topic, CISO Threat Intelligence Roundtable, Industry plus Function plus City, Manufacturing Procurement Summit, Chicago, or Problem plus Format, Demand Gen Workshop Virtual. The goal is one clear primary keyword theme per page, supported by a handful of natural variations. Next, make the URL decision early and make it stable. If you run the same flagship event annually, keep a durable URL. For example, an evergreen/events/RevOps-Summit, and update on-page details like the year, date, and venue on the page itself. The common mistake is changing the slug every year, which resets SEO momentum and forces you to rebuild authority from scratch. Timing is part of the strategy. Publishing early gives search engines time to crawl, index, and test your page in results before your promo spike. When teams publish a week before launch, they're effectively choosing paid-only distribution because organic visibility rarely ramps fast enough to matter in that window. Build the page to rank and convert, titles, copy, and frictionless registration. Your title tag and meta description are your ad copy in search. A strong title calls out the topic, audience, and location, or virtual, while the meta description sets expectations with date and outcomes. The mistake we see constantly is Annual Summit 2025 with a vague description. Buyers don't click what they can't quickly understand. On the page, lead with clarity, who it's for, what they'll walk away with, and why it's relevant right now. Then make your primary CTA unmistakable, reserve your seat, or apply to attend, reinforce it throughout the page, and keep the form short, especially on mobile. SEO gets the right visitor to the page. Conversion-focused UX turns that visit into registrations and meetings. Operationally, the fastest way to improve quality is to standardize the build. A simple checklist keeps marketing, web, and revenue teams aligned. So you don't ship pages missing basics like internal links, analytics tagging, or a clear value prop above the fold. An event page shouldn't be a flyer on the internet. It should be an always-on demand engine that turns search intent into meetings. Win the technical layer: event schema, speed, and internal linking. If you do one technical thing this quarter, make it event structured data. Proper schema.org/event markup helps search engines understand your event's name, dates, location or virtual mode, status, images, and ticketing/offers, so you're eligible for richer event experiences in search. In Google's case study, Eventbrite saw about a 100% increase in event-related traffic after implementing event schema. Next, protect page performance. Event pages often get built on separate tools or clunky templates, and the common failure mode is a slow page that hides key content behind heavy scripts. You don't need perfection, you need fast enough load times, mobile stability, and content that Google can reliably render and index. Finally, don't let the page become an orphan. Link to it from your Events Hub, relevant blog posts, partner pages, and product or solution pages that match the theme. Internal linking is a low-effort, high-leverage signal that tells search engines and humans the page matters, and it keeps visitors moving through your site even if they aren't ready to register on the first visit. Make email and outbound work harder by sending to a page built for search. Email is still the pre-event workhorse. 94% of event teams say pre-event email marketing is their most important content. But email performance depends heavily on where you send traffic. If the event page is unclear, slow, or thin, your best channel is pushing prospects into a leaky bucket. We recommend treating the event page as the single source of truth for the offer. Consistent messaging, clear outcomes, and an easy path to register or book a meeting. Then, every channel, email, paid, partners, LinkedIn, and your outbound motion drives to the same SEO-optimized destination. So you build cumulative authority and reduce confusion when prospects Google the event after seeing your invite. Attribution is where teams get stuck, and it's also where credibility is won. Use UTMs for non-organic traffic and configure analytics CRM reporting so untagged, search-referred signups are categorized as organic event registrations. If your KPI is pipeline, and for 76.8% of teams it is, you need dashboards that show meetings and opportunities sourced from organic versus paid versus outbound. Scale visibility with a content cluster, and stop deleting your pages. One of the easiest ways to grow rankings for a time-sensitive event is to build a small content cluster around it. Supporting content like speaker spotlights, agenda breakdowns, why attend posts, and city/venue logistics pages creates more entry points for search and gives you natural internal links back to the registration page. The common mistake is relying on one lonely event URL to rank for everything. Another mistake? Deleting or unpublishing the event page right after the event. Instead, keep it live and convert it into a recap with recordings, key takeaways, and a CTA for the next session or a related offer. That preserves SEO equity, captures late search demand, and lets you retarget visitors who discovered you organically but weren't ready to register in time. If you run the event in multiple regions, localized pages can be a smart expansion, especially when your ICP searches with city or venue modifiers. Even a lightweight regional variation with unique copy, local speaker details, and a location-specific schema update can help you win the near me and city intent searches without splitting authority across dozens of low-quality pages. Tie event SEO to meetings, coordinating with an SDR agency and outbound motion. Event SEO and outbound shouldn't compete, they should reinforce each other. When an outsourced sales team or internal SDRs invite prospects, many of those prospects will search the event name or topic before registering. If the page copy matches the story your reps tell, trust goes up and conversion friction goes down, which is especially important when attendance rates can fall in the 35 to 45% range, and every incremental registration helps protect meeting volume. This is where operational alignment matters. Give your SDR team a short messaging guide that mirrors the event page's positioning, and keep objections/FAQs answered directly on page. Whether you're working with a cold email agency, running cold calling services, or partnering with a sales development agency, the goal is the same: consistent language across touchpoints so search validates what the prospect heard in outreach. At SalesHive, we've seen event plays work best when SEO, list building, and outreach run as one system. Our team operates as a B2B sales agency and SDR agency that supports the SEO foundation. We drive the right accounts to the right event page, then help convert that attention into qualified conversations through coordinated outreach programs, including cold email and B2B cold calling, that plug into your CRM. If you want to pressure test this approach, start with one flagship event page, implement schema, build supporting content, and run an outbound sequence that sends traffic into that optimized hub.